News 46 is brought to you by Golden Casino Group, where you'll always find great fun, good food, and fantastic entertainment, all at Gold Town, Lakeside, and the Pahrump Nugget. News is also brought to you by J.K. Nelson Law. Call 727-9900 today for your free consultation. If you need a lawyer, you need Nelson.
Tonight on News 46, a suspect is shot during a police standoff, and Greg Hafen is sworn in as the next assemblyman. News 46 starts now.
You're watching KPVM News 46 with Deanna O'Donnell. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
An officer-involved shooting leaves one person dead. It's Friday, December 7th. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. It was a harrowing scene that put neighbors and officers' lives in danger. Sheriff Sharon Worley says that nearby residents had to take cover last night when a man on Kelso Way started to fire a weapon from his yard as he ranted loudly about mental illness being real, according to one witness.
Aiming towards this guy. Looks like he's going to take a shot at this guy.
Suspect shots fired.
A male suspect has passed away from injuries sustained as a result of a standoff with Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies last night on Kelso Way. In the evening hours, deputies were dispatched to a man with a weapon who was reportedly highly agitated and firing the gun into the air and possibly at other individuals. Police took position and attempted negotiations with the person who allegedly has a history of instability. The suspect reportedly fired at officers numerous times and into the air with his rifle. Nye County Sheriff's Office SWAT was gearing up to go in. At that time, the man with the gun fired additional shots at police, and at least one officer exchanged fire. The suspect was hit and transported to Desert View Hospital, where he was subsequently pronounced deceased. We caught up with Sheriff Sharon Worley at the scene. Right now, you are conducting an investigation, and I assume that the officer is going to be on administrative leave.
Well, that's the normal procedure. The officer's already been placed on administrative suspension with pay while the investigation goes on, and the investigation will be conducted by an outside agency, as always.
Who's that agency that's conducting that?
Well, hopefully it's going to be NDI.
NDI is who?
Nevada Division of Investigation.
Tell me what went on here tonight.
Well, we had a report of a man shooting and screaming, yelling and hollering. Got down here, he was doing just that, yelling and screaming and hollering and shooting. He had a lot of civilians hunkered down in their homes, and he was taking shots randomly at people and attempted to take a shot at one of our officers, and that officer ended the confrontation.
And this afternoon, a press conference was held at the Nye County Sheriff's Office regarding the officer-involved shooting.
This is our only officer-involved shooting for this year. The date and time and type of call was on December 6th at 8:12 p.m. It was a call for a male shooting in his yard. The location of the OIS, the officer-involved shooting, was 2241 North Kelso in Pahrump. That's our Southern Area Command. Our involved officer is Detective Wesley Fancher. That's spelled F-A-N-C-H-E-R. He's 34 years of age and has been with the Nye County Sheriff's Office for 8 years. Detective Fancher is assigned to the General Assignment Detectives Division and also the SWAT team. Our suspect is Jason, and I know you're going to ask me, middle name Paul O'Banion. He's a 46-year-old white male adult, approximately 5'10", 230 pounds. O'Banion's weapons were a Winchester .30-30, was a lever action rifle. He is a convicted felon. He has a lengthy criminal history dating back to 1998. O'Banion's charges, if he had survived, would be prohibited person in the possession of a firearm, assault with a deadly weapon on a protected person, ×7, discharging a firearm across a roadway. On 12/6/2018, at 7:41 p.m., Nye County deputies responded to the area of O'Banion's residence for a report that O'Banion was yelling and driving his car erratically around the property. Between 8:12 p.m. and 8:19 p.m., Nye County Dispatch received several reports of O'Banion shooting a gun in the yard at 2241 Kelso.
Shots fired. Shots fired.
At 8:21 p.m., deputies arrived in the area and immediately responded to shots being fired. O'Banion was screaming at deputies and acting erratically. After deputies arrived and shots were fired, the SWAT team was activated. It was reported that no one else was in the residence, and the investigation revealed that O'Banion was alone. Deputies attempted to have O'Banion surrender peacefully. However, O'Banion made several comments insinuating that that was not going to happen. At 8:31 p.m., the SWAT command arrived on scene. O'Banion continued firing rounds, and when he ran out of ammunition, he would reload and begin firing again. At 9:23 p.m., O'Banion pointed the firearm at Detective Fancher, and Detective Fancher fired 4 rounds, striking him. Medical aid was provided on scene, and O'Banion was transported to Desert View Hospital. After extensive life-saving efforts, the Nye County Sheriff's Office was notified that O'Banion was pronounced deceased at 9:31 p.m. Nye County Sheriff's Office deputies were assisted on scene by troopers from Nevada Highway Patrol, Nye County District Attorney investigators, Front Valley Fire and Rescue Services. Detective Fancher is on paid administrative leave, as is customary in these cases, and an internal affairs investigation will be conducted into agency protocols and policies. Also, an outside investigation with the Nevada Division of Investigation has been requested, just to be sure that we did everything that we could possibly do to remain within the protocols, and that we acted in accordance with state and federal laws. Thank you.
Much more news, including a swearing in of your next assemblyman, right after this break.
News 46 is brought to you by Pahrump Rentals and Hardware is your friendly small-town hardware store. Shop small, shop local.
Welcome back. Well, Assembly District 36 will have a new legislator seated come January. This morning, the 3 governing counties made their choice.
The BOCC report is sponsored by Jim Marsh Automotive of Las Vegas, Kia, Chrysler, Jeep, and Body Shop.
Nye County, Clark County, and Lincoln County has made their choice for the assemblyman in District 36. Representatives from all 3 counties teleconferenced in for the meeting. Shortly after confirming their choice, Hafen was sworn in. He will be taking the seat to be vacated by the current assemblyman, James Oscarson, in January.
Item 2 is approval of the agenda with the inclusion of any emergency items. Does anybody have a problem with the agenda?
Move approval. Second.
Third. I have a motion to move to approve it. Second. All those in favor say aye.
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 Aye. Aye.
Excuse me, Chairman Koenig, this is Kelly up in Tonopah.
Yes.
Would you please identify the mover and the seconder for me, since we have different boards here that I'm not familiar with?
Who made the motion?
Commissioner June Kiliani.
And the second
Thank you.
was?
Wickman.
Second
Wickman beat me to it.
Okay. That's done. Item 3, for possible action, appointment of an individual to fill the vacancy in the office of Assembly District 36 from the following individuals previously considered by the boards of commissioners in meetings held in Lincoln County on December 3rd, 2018, Clark County, December 4th, 2018, Nye County on December 5th, 2018. I will open public comment on this. Anybody in the public come up to the mic, have a seat, speak your name, spell your last name. You get 2 minutes to speak. Thank you. 2 minutes. Clark County, do you have anybody? Lincoln County, anybody?
We do not have anybody here. Thank you.
Okay, thank you. We have one here.
Just a couple of thoughts. We had 19 individuals that applied. I'd like to personally thank each and every one of them. It's not the easiest task to put your name on the line, submit yourself, and, you know, I'm glad people were thinking about Nevada and doing some good things for the state. We have a lot of young talent in this state. We got to look at the future of Nevada and Nye County and Pahrump and all the great parts of it, Clark County, Lincoln County. We just fantastic things, and I know we really got to look forward. We got a good shot at doing things in this state, and I mean, we had 19 people step up to the plate, various backgrounds, various ages, and I personally say thank you to those people. It's not the easiest thing to do. God bless, guys.
At this time, I guess I'll go first. Nye County cast their votes to appoint their nominee, Gregory Hafen II. Clark County, you want to go?
I would make a motion to...
Chris, you're there. You want to do it?
Yeah, go ahead, Steve. Thank you. I'll make a motion to for Mr. Hafen from Clark County. Maker is Chris G., and I'll have the second as Commissioner Sisolak then.
Is Steve on the phone? Steve should be making...
I am.
Yes, this is Commissioner Donahue. We vote for Gregory T. Hafen.
Thank you, sir. Item number 4, public comment second. Anybody want to... more public comment? Seeing none, I'll close public comment, and we're adjourned.
And the Constitution and government.
And the Constitution and government.
Of the state of Nevada.
Of the state of Nevada.
Against all enemies.
Against all enemies.
Whether domestic or foreign.
Whether domestic or foreign.
And that I will bear true faith.
And I will bear true faith.
Allegiance and loyalty to the same.
Allegiance and loyalty to the same.
Any ordinance.
Any ordinance.
Resolution or law.
Resolution or law.
Of any state notwithstanding.
Of any state notwithstanding.
And that I will well and faithfully perform.
And I will well and faithfully perform.
All the duties of.
All the duties of.
The office on which I'm about to enter.
The office which I'm about to enter.
So help me God.
So help me God.
Well, today is Pearl Harbor Day. A ceremony was held here in Pahrump.
On the morning of December 7, 1941, the Japanese Imperial Army attacked the American Army and Naval Base at Pearl Harbor, Hawaii. The surprise attack from the Japanese resulted in more than 2,000 deaths and 1,000 injured American servicemen and civilians. Nearly 200 American aircraft and numerous battleships stationed in the Pacific were also destroyed.
This morning, the Marine Corps League of Pahrump remembered and honored those we lost during the tragic attack on the United States 77 years ago today. The public ceremony was held at the Chief Tecopa Cemetery in the Veterans Memorial. There was a bell-ringing ceremony, a dog tag ceremony, and a wreath placed to remember the Pearl Harbor attack. The keynote speaker was Dr. Tom Waters. Well, the Nevada Silver Tappers and special guests are taking the stage Saturday afternoon at the Saddle West.
Over on Saturday night, we're going to have kind of a kickstart for the toy run. It's the tribe puts it on every year, and it's actually a little bit later. They have 2 different dates, I think, that the run occurs. But we're just kind of doing a kickstart. We'll be there 8 to 12 performing, and if somebody brings a new toy with them, then they get a free drink, a free well drink, or beer.
Wonderful. So Ear Candy's going to be performing?
Ear Candy, yeah, my band Ear Candy will be playing there, and we're looking forward to it. I like playing at the Hub. It's a lot of fun.
The Hub's right there on Bella Vista?
Yes, I think it's, I don't remember the address right now.
What time again is the event going to start?
It starts at 8 and we go to 12, and if somebody wants to drop a toy off, they can drop it off at the Hub anytime or with any tribe member, the Tribe Motorcycle Club.
Or definitely come by just this Saturday night to drop off a toy, listen to some great music, and enjoy some friends and some camaraderie. So once again, this Saturday night at the Hub, come see Ear Candy. Where are you guys playing next?
I believe we're playing next in Amargosa, over at Long Street.
And you've been playing there quite a bit recently.
Usually once a month.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's fun out there.
Well, we'll definitely stop by Saturday night. Thanks so much.
Cool. Thanks a lot.
And that was not about the Silver Tappers. That was about Tribe's Toy Run. We'll have the Silver Tappers later in the broadcast. News 46 will be taking a break for just a couple of minutes. We'll be right back.
News 46 is brought to you by William H. Jackson Injury Attorneys. Injured? Get Bill and Robin, your local injury attorneys.
And now we go to your Business First Brief with Angela Miles.
Well, topping our news, one group is making a big call on Christmas. eMarketer tells CNBC to expect $1 trillion will be spent in total during the holiday season. Sales from stores are expected to rise 4.4%, and internet growth is predicted at 16.6%. Business is growing at Ralph Lauren. The retailer reported second quarter earnings that beat Wall Street estimates. Still, that stock sold off on Tuesday, as some analysts called it the smallest beat in 3 years. And a group of creditors are out with disparaging comments about Eddie Lampert. Lampert is the chairman and biggest investor in Sears. The committee representing the retailer's unsecured creditors in court accuses Lampert and the hedge fund he runs of allegedly structuring deals to profit on Sears' bankruptcy. Lampert's hedge fund tells USA Today it has consistently supported Sears Holdings in its efforts to return to profitability.
And we'll hope you'll be there tomorrow at the Saddle West. I know I will be there for the Nevada Silver Tappers Christmas show. The 28th annual Silver Tappers Christmas Benefit Show will be held tomorrow, December 8th at 3 p.m. at the Saddle West. You can still buy tickets at the door in what promises to be a sold-out performance. This year, the fundraising event will go to help the Prump Senior Center's Meals on Wheels program, as well as the VFW Food Bank. Tickets are $15 for this popular variety show, which features the Nevada Silver Tappers, Miss Senior Golden Years, and many other acts. Headed up by B.J. Hedrick Irwin, the show always ends with the most popular act, the Wooden Soldiers. Come on down to the Saddle West Saturday to see the Prump Silver Tappers Christmas show. And there's lots to do this weekend. The band No Pressure will be performing as well.
So it consists of me, my mother, and my father. We sing as a family, and we do a lot of harmonies together.
Mm-hmm. Where are you performing at?
We perform every Friday night at the Who's Dunes.
Yeah.
And then this Saturday on the 8th, we will be performing over at the Opera House in Old Amargosa. It's anywhere from blues to old classic rock to some new style stuff also.
I've seen you sing for some other bands. Are you still performing with other bands, or is this your new project?
No, this is a new project, yeah.
What's the name of the band?
No Pressure. N-O. I'm the N. I'm the na-na-na. My mom's the O-O-O. And my dad's the Pressure.
And so at the Amargosa Opera House, can you buy tickets now?
Yes, you can. They're $20 for adults and $10 for children.
And what are we going to be looking forward to as far as the length of the show or any types of the performances?
It'll be an hour, and we have a few different things. We'll have some comedy in there also, and we do have 2 other performers that will be with us also.
What time is the show?
7 p.m.
All right, so you want to get down there early, of course. How can people buy tickets?
They can call the Opera House. Right. It's Marta Beckett's Opera House.
All right. And then for seeing you down there at Who's Dunes, what time do you perform there?
From 5 o'clock to 8 o'clock every Friday.
If people would like to book the band, how can they reach you?
They can call 760-590-2627.
News 46 Weather Cam is brought to you by Glenn Lerner Injury Attorney's Office in Pahrump. In a wreck, need a check? Call 702-877-1500.
Well, let's see what it looks like outside right now on that Glenn Lerner weather cam. Michael Donahue will tell us about this weekend's weather right after this break.
watching KPVM News 46. News 46, local coverage you can count on.
Hello and welcome back to News 46. I'm Michael Donahue. Today's highs in Pahrump and Amargosa, 58 degrees, 69 in Death Valley, 56 Beatty, 43 Goldfield, 41 Tonopah, and 38 and 37 in Fallon and Fernley. Tonight, 37 in Pahrump and Amargosa, 47 in Death Valley, 32 Beatty, 23 Goldfield, 21 in Tonopah and Fallon, and 22 in Fernley. Tonight in Pahrump, partly cloudy skies, a low of 37 degrees, an average of 32. Sunset at 4:28 p.m. Winds out of the east at 5 miles per hour, gusts up to 7, and 75% humidity. For tomorrow, we're expecting those sunny skies to come back, a high of 60, a low of 38. Our UV at 2, sunrise at 6:42 a.m. Winds out of the north at 5 miles per hour with 8 mile per hour gusts, and our humidity at 52%. For our 7-day, it looks like those clouds just seemed like they just want to come and go as they please. On Saturday, Tuesday, and Thursday, we're going to have sunny skies, but we're going to have some cloudy skies in between those sunny days. Temperature-wise, it looks like we got a pretty good split for our highs. Tomorrow through Monday, our high temperatures are just going to be in those low 60s. And starting off Tuesday through Friday, we're going to dip down in those mid to high 50s, just between 54 and 58 for those 4 days. And our low temperatures are all going to be in that 30-degree range. It's between 33 and 39 degrees from tomorrow through next Friday. So with that, we bring it back to the desk with Deanna.
Thanks so much, Michael. Remember to take care of your animals during these colder temperatures. I'm Deanna O'Donnell. Have a great weekend. We'll see you back on Monday. Good night.